Off Balance is the podcast, we bring the light. Dr. Brooks is the host, she's leading the fight. We talk about family, business, and faith. Three things that matter in this world we face. We bring inspiration and guidance too for those who are lost and don't know what to do. Off Balance is the hub for those who pursue the path of righteousness and always stay true. Off Balance.
Hi, my name is Dr. Brooks. I am a certified master life coach, transformational speaker, and author. I teach women to overcome adversity by developing resilience, and I do that by using a proven system step by step. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for joining me. I want to wish you a happy new year. I pray that all is going well with you and that you are excited for what is to come. Today, I want to talk about accountability. Accountability is a fundamental principle that is often overlooked on the journey to success. Accountability is not just a buzzword, it's a powerful force that can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Webster defines accountability as an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions. In a world that often celebrates individual achievements, it's easy to forget that success is rarely a solo journey. The truth is, we all need someone to hold us accountable, to challenge us, and to ensure that we stay true to our goals and values. Think about it. When we set out on a path to success, it is easy to get lost or distracted along the way. Life is full of challenges, and the road to success is rarely a straight line. I know for me, it has been full of ups and downs, detours, redirects, everything you can imagine. But it's in those moments of uncertainty and difficulty that accountability became my guiding light. I will share 10 aspects of life where accountability is crucial. The first is personal growth. Taking responsibility for our actions and decisions is essential for personal development. It allows us to learn from our mistakes, make better choices, and continually improve. The second aspect is trust and credibility. Being accountable builds trust with others. When people know that they can rely on you to fulfill their commitments, it enhances your credibility and strengthens relationships, whether in personal or professional settings. I want you to reflect for a moment. Think of those people in your life that you know are trustworthy and credible, those people that you can call on whenever you're in a crunch, or you can call on them to celebrate. You know firsthand names that come to mind because trust and credibility is very important. Third, professional success. In the workplace, accountability is highly valued. Employers appreciate individuals who take ownership of their tasks and deliver results. Accountability is often a key trait in successful and effective leaders. 4, problem solving. When you hold yourself accountable, you are more likely to actively seek solutions to challenges and problems. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances, you focus on finding ways to overcome those obstacles. 5, team dynamics. In a team environment, accountability is essential for collaboration and cohesion. Each team member commitment to their responsibility ensures that collective goals are met, fostering a positive and productive work atmosphere. 6, ethical behavior. Accountability is closely linked to ethical behavior. It involves being honest, transparent, and responsible for consequences of your actions. These contributes to more ethical and moral society. Think about it. You probably like working with someone that takes responsibility instead of blaming everyone else for what's going on. And so you may also like working with individuals that are honest and they are integral about what's going on. So ethical behavior is very important, and you only can get to behaving in an ethical manner if you take accountability. 7, adaptability. Taking responsibility for your choices allows you to adapt to changing circumstance more effectively. Rather than being a victim of circumstance, accountable individuals are proactive in adjusting their approach when needed. 8, personal and professional integrity. Accountability is a reflection of your integrity. It involves aligning your actions with your values and principles, maintaining a sense of integrity, both in personal and professional spheres. 9, Emotional well-being. Acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them can contribute to better emotional well-being. It reduces stress and anxiety associated with denial or blame shifting, fostering a more positive mindset. And the final one is long-term success. Individuals and organizations that prioritize accountability tend to achieve long-term success. This is because accountability is linked to consistency, resilience, and the ability to adapt and learn from experiences. So those are the top 10 things that I feel in our aspect of life. Accountability is important because they directly impact those areas. Allow me to share a personal story that illustrates the impact of accountability. Early in my career, I had a mentor who not only believed in my potential, but also held me accountable for my actions and decisions. When faced with challenges, instead of giving up, I was challenged to find solutions and persevere. This accountability transformed my perspective and ultimately paved the way for my success. My mentor really helped me to realize and understand that accountability was important and made me do self-reflection so that I could become more aware of the role that I played in a lot of situations and circumstances that happened to me earlier in my career. So I can attest that accountability and being held accountable is pivotal. I want to turn to a source that has guided me with wisdom throughout my life, the Bible. Proverbs 27:17 tells us, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. This verse beautifully encapsulates the essence of accountability. Just as iron sharpens iron, our interactions with others, especially when rooted in accountability, can refine and strengthen us on our journey. The Bible reminds us that we are not meant to navigate life alone. We are interconnected and our collective growth is intertwined. When we surround ourselves with individuals who hold us accountable, we create an environment where we can learn, adapt, and thrive. One biblical character who exemplifies taking accountability for their actions is King David. King David's story is found in the Old Testament, particularly in the book of Samuel. David was a shepherd who became a hero when he defeated the giant Goliath with a slingshot and a stone. He was anointed by the prophet Samuel to be the future king of Israel. However, David's journey was not without its challenges, and his actions weren't always righteous. One significant incident that highlights David's accountability is his affair with Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah, one of David's loyal soldiers. David, who was already a king at this point, saw Bathsheba bathing on the rooftop and succumbed to temptation. He not only committed adultery with her, but also orchestrated Uriah's death to cover up the affair. When confronted by the prophet Nathan about his sins, David didn't deflect blame or make excuses. Instead, he immediately acknowledged his wrongdoing, expressing deep remorse. In Psalms 51, David penned a heartfelt prayer of repentance, confessing his sins and asking God for forgiveness. The psalm begins with the words, "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unveiling love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions." David's humility and willingness to take responsibility for his actions demonstrate the importance of acknowledging one's mistakes and seeking reconciliation. Despite his failings, David's repentant heart allowed for restoration and continued leadership, illustrating the biblical theme of God's mercy and forgiveness when genuine accountability is taken. Now let's explore how accountability plays out in our daily lives. Consider the power of mentorship, where experienced individuals guide and hold accountable those who are on the path to success. These relationships foster growth, resilience, and a sense of purpose. Likewise, in a team or organizational setting, accountability ensures that everyone is aligned with the common goals. When each team member is responsible for their actions and contributions, the entire team becomes stronger and more resilient. I want you to consider that when you go back into your professional setting. I want you to really consider how your contributions impact the overall effectiveness and cohesion of the team. And I think that will help you really hold yourself accountable to ensuring that you do your part. But let's be honest, Accountability is not always easy. It requires vulnerability and willingness to face our shortcomings. It's during that time when we acknowledge our weakness that we find the strength to overcome them. Remember, accountability is the secret sauce that propels us forward, keeps us focused, and transforms obstacles into opportunities. Let's embrace the power of accountability, recognizing that just as iron sharpens iron, our interactions with others can sharpen and refine us on our journey to success. As you navigate your path, remember the wisdom of Proverbs 27:17. Seek out those who hold you accountable, challenge you to grow, and help you become the best version of yourself. Together, let's create a world where accountability is not just a principle, but a way of life, guiding us all to success with purpose. Until next time, be resilient.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Off Balance. I hope you found inspiration and practical tools to navigate the delicate dance of faith, family, and business. Remember, resilience is not just a skill, it's a mindset. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback is invaluable and helps us reach even more incredible women on their journey to resilience. Stay connected with your host by visiting brooksdeming.com. As you go about your day, carry with you the strength you've discovered here. Until next time, keep thriving, keep believing, and keep finding your balance.